Making the trip to Montgomery's Crampton Bowl today for their season opener, which came with much to do and eat. Our Simon Schuessler spoke with Golden Tiger fans to find out their mood heading into the season.
Food on the grill, activities for the kids, and more traditional game day festivities set the stage for Tuskegee's season opener, the Redtail Classic.
Got a lot of vendors out here, a lot of different people just selling, and it's always a great opportunity just meeting people, meet alumni, and eat some good food.
After a long off season, fans are excited to see their Golden Tigers back on the field and put their off-season work to good use.
I'm excited, man. It's first game of the season, make sure we kick some butt.
It just brings the student atmosphere together. I'm so excited to see the street team be here. I'm just so excited to celebrate Tuskegee University together.
Fans are expecting big things from the Golden Tigers as head coach Aaron James enters his second year with the program. Last year, he led the team to a 7-4 record.
Getting better relationships with the players, so I feel like, we're going to be playing our best this year. We're going to, go undefeated, hopefully.
While an undefeated season is unsure, what is for sure is the spirit of the Tuskegee fan base. Simon Schuessler, WSFA 12 News.
Okay, here we are inside the Fan Fest for the Redtail Classic. Currently it's about 2 o'clock. Going down to finish setting up Redtail and sit and wait for it to open at 3. And it is pretty hot out here. And I'll be under my tent with some shade. And I got a fan. I'm gonna work it out. I got the trash can right behind my car. That's something. All right, peace out. And 90% of the donations to keep us afloat comes out of my pocket. That's why I'm selling products and trying to help with my donations and whatnot. I mean, it's a legitimate nonprofit, tax-exempt nonprofit. But I'm out of Detroit. I typically do shows around Southeast Michigan, but I also travel across country. I've gone as far west as Las Vegas, southwest is Houston, south is Orlando 3 times for Tuskegee Airmen Convention. I've been out to Virginia Beach and DC. I just came back from DC a few weeks ago. Haven't been to New York, haven't been all the way to California. Told it one time to Orlando in 2017 when I first set it up. Realized there's typically roads between where I start and where I end up that this would like to drive on, so I've been driving it ever since. Second time I've been down here, I didn't come down last year because I was on a cruise, but events like this where I can get out, do my out, grab the emulate the PK4 Redtail that the 332nd flew in combat. 2 guys that I honor on it, I know from, I've been a member of the Detroit chapter of Tuskegee Airmen since 2004 timeframe. Known them since then. They are 2 pilots that flew in combat. The term Tuskegee Airmen refers to close to 15,000 people that were part of a separate segregated Army Air Corps. 992 pilots trained with 930 specifically for this Tuskegee experience. 355 served in combat. 304 of that 305 either flew Redtail 47 or Redtail 51. These 2 guys flew Redtail 51. So the term Redtail basically born out of the fact that 15th Air Force wanted their tails to be painted red was their aerial identification for the bomber groups. they were escorting bombers. Bombers needed to know what fighting group we escorted. And see those red tails, they know it's 337. So the legend of Red Tail was born during war before the bombers even knew they were blind. They were requesting the Red Tails. You know those guys with the Red Tails. Because of things that they've done to save bombers who were supposed to be escorted by another fighter group, they earned the nickname Red Tail Angels. So the term Red Tail, as in Detroit Redtail or Redtail Classic, specifically addresses the combat pilots that flew either the 47 or 51. A couple of guys, Harris Ford on the driver's side, and we came back home to Detroit after the war. Harris was born in Newport News, Virginia, raised in Queens, and ended up in Detroit as Vice President. July. Alexander passed away at 100 in September 22. Alex got knocked down on his 18th mission, served the balance of the war as POW.
If you don't do it, who will?
Right. You know, that's the mission of a torchbearer. You know, as members of the Detroit chapter of Tuskegee Airmen or Tuskegee Airmen Incorporated, we're considered torchbearers. We pick it up and carry on the legacy. That's what me and the guards doing.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad, man. I'll see you. I'll catch you on the rebound.
Alrighty now.
All right.
On the nose of his plane, he had my request tattered on the nose guard. So you got to be pretty cocky to put something up there. But hey, if they were requested, they were requested. So
It's an awesome thing you got going on.
thank you.
I love it, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm
Appreciate
down
it.
here with the entertainment trailer with the TVs on it.
Okay. Alrighty. That'll work. Once pregame starts, you guys will crank them on.
Oh, it's on now.
Oh, it's on now.
We
Okay.
got 2 different football games playing, and they wanted to keep playing. So
Okay.
we got it turned up down there.
That'll work.
It's nice to
Yeah,
meet you. You got a beautiful car.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Have a
All
great
right.
night.
You guys have a good one now. You know, those missions where another fighter group was supposed to show up and escort back home, something like that, and these guys, were around and they would escort them home, or where there was some stragglers from bomber groups, some of these guys would show up and make sure they got home. So, yeah, they started calling them Red Tail Angels. So, nowadays, when you hear the term Tuskegee Airmen, it refers to everybody that was part of that segregated Army, close to 15,000. The urgency is not and to make everybody to support that Army Air Force. When you think the term Red Tails, specifically, it's those 304, 355 pilots that serve in combat, single digit combat. Unfortunately, segregation. The base commander itself also segregation. These guys, as officers, pilots as officers, automatically paid out of their check to a fee for the officers club, and they just simply want to go into the officers club. Those two guys wanted that. The commander just shipped them the hell out of there. And they ended up down in Indiana, and then Freeman's Field in Indiana, and then Godman Field. The base commander down there wanted the 101 black officers on base to sign a memorandum of understanding that they were trainees and they were supposed to use Officer Club number 2. Coleman Young, Detroit, over there, so they put them under arrest order. It was going to court martial. But know, admitting that you are substandard, subservient is exactly what they wanted to do and what this 1925 war college some performance and combat since Revolutionary War. And they just recognize, because I tell them this is comparable to the bar report, Buffalo soldiers, yeah, all of that. So, this report basically states in theory we couldn't operate complex machinery. It didn't mean stereotype like military wasn't any different. But when World War II came about, 332nd, the 82nd Infantry, 92nd Infantry Division, all of the successes that these guys had in World War II turned this report basically into, and now it was always going on. Yeah, it confirmed it was on paper. But these guys, they wanted to support the country, and in Pittsburgh in 1942, the Pittsburgh Courier developed a slogan called the double D, the double victory of racism at home and fascism overseas. Fortunately, they beat the fascists, knocked down 3 FW-190s on April 1st of 45. Alexander Jefferson on the passenger, knocked down on his 18th mission during the balance of the war as POW. Alex, when he was coming home on the steamer or whatever it was, they pulled into the port of New York. And at the bottom of the gangplank, he said there was a little white soldier down at the bottom saying whites to the right and niggers to the left. At that point in time, he realized he was back at home. Got it right by June 2017 and have done close to 300 different types of events since then. Car shows, cruises, parades, activities like this, set up a tent, put my banners out, talk about the history and the legacy of the Tuskegee area. How are you today? George, we get the whole area. Oh, yeah. Cars, cruises, events like this, anywhere where they get an airplane. Las Vegas and I'm on Detroit. Las Vegas, Tuskegee area convention. We did a convention. Southwest or car show, most of my stuff is in Detroit, Michigan area, but there's events like this. Definitely, yeah. On screen and pop. Okay, Eric. Nice to meet you, Jay. I'm ready. Okay, the rest of your day.